Well, boys, slick roads and rain. They had paved this just recently, paved and sealed it, and young drivers didn't take enough caution. Fortunately, he was okay. Little shook up, obviously. We tried to drag it out of the way a little bit and ended up probably making it worse. Got a tow truck, and of course cops coming too. But we're trying to get it out of the way, but it didn't really work so well because that tire is off the wheel, and the control arm, well, might be tweaked more than I thought. That's not lining up, but the ball joint's broken straight off from the hub. So again, they were going pretty slow, and everyone's safe and sound, and we are just waiting to get it back home and assess the damage and see if she's repairable or not. What are we doing, Micah?
We got a storage unit.
Why?
Because we have no space.
Yeah, so we needed to get rid of the MR2, put that in here so that we could make room for Micah's car at home to assess the damage and see if we can fix it or if we gotta nab parts off of it for the MR2. So we got all kinds of crap we brought in. This is Lexan from my 3000 that I never actually put in yet, and interior pieces of this. The diamond in the rough, but it's pretty rough now, but it'll be all right. Mike is excited about it, working on another car if his isn't fixable. So, but interior is really nice on this thing. The paint, not so nice. They tried, but it just needs stripped and repainted. Plenty of room for a 4G63 back here. I think that's it, bud, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Little plug for the Shine tour. Well, B&M, where he works. Polishing cars. Too bad you guys don't paint cars. All right, closing this thing up. All right, we're assessing damage. What do you think?
Well, at first it looked bad, but when we took the fender off and stuff, we're starting to think it was wrecked before because there's some oddly placed welds and different holes for bolts that aren't supposed to be there.
Fender spacers, some washers. I knew so this is a 92, so first gen, and it has buckets welded in for second gen stuff. And so I knew that was all welded in, but none of it was like actually welded in really well, like the spot welds down here. And yeah, so this was tilted way down. I was thinking the worst, but I literally just tilted it back up. But gap here, So, and it wasn't spot welded here. So we're thinking maybe it was like that before. So there are a few issues underneath here though. That, you can't see. Ball joint sheared off. All right, so today going to start working on Micah's car again. The first thing we're gonna try to do is to see if we can get the door to adjust. There's a little bit of adjustment in there. See if we can get it adjust and close well. If we can do that, then start shopping for parts for it to replace. So also wanted to point out something too. You guys may have noticed in the previous clip. I have some fault in his accident. The inside tires of his front tires are worn very, very much, especially on the one side. Well, they're pretty even, but the one was worse. I had a sporty alignment in it, and but I didn't think too aggressive for the camber, but apparently it was too much camber wear, and we didn't notice. So on my car, I have it up and down a lot and checking everything. His car is just a daily driver, and he drives the crap out of it. And the front inside tires were camber wearing more than I knew. So certainly contributed to his lack of traction on a oily, wet road. And so fortunately everybody was okay. And I will have a less sporty alignment in it, and also be more diligent on checking the tires, or at least I typically don't do the rotations. It's just too much time and not worth it. It's so much faster if somebody else just does it. So I'll be diligent on setting rotation schedules for the kids on their cars, and they usually just take it in. So Mike has been doing the oil changes on it, so I'll either have him do his own tire rotation, or we take it in and get the tires rotated, because I don't believe they've been rotated, and I don't know, he probably put 10,000 miles on it. So yeah, so fault all the way around. Fortunately, everybody is okay. Lesson learned for us, and maybe some lessons learned for others as well. So we are going to get back to work on it, see what we can do to fix it up and get him back on the road. He is motivated to do so, as you saw in the last clip. I mean, we barely had it in the garage, and he already had tools out yanking that fender off. So he wanted to get the fender off so we could get to the door jam and see what we could do there. I was able, obviously, to mess with the front radiator support and bucket, and we'll strengthen that up better than it was before, once we're all said and done here, if we can get everything rolling. So long story short, gonna work on that door adjustment today and see where we get. All right, Mike is still sleeping, have the door lined up pretty good. Little tight down here, but that was ready there. It doesn't actually hit. It's just really close. Obviously not great gap up here compared to here. So I might be able to adjust that a little more yet, but I adjusted the bolts up here, right here. And got the door up like this. So, and then I adjusted the striker deal down here. If I just straight up close the door, it actually doesn't catch. If I close it by the glass, then it's in. So I think I can adjust the glass next, because the door is pretty darn good. It's just as good or better than the other side that isn't wrecked and was always like that. And then Micah says this side was never really aligned great to begin with. So we're probably better off than we were. And now I don't know if I can adjust the glass or not. I'm gonna try. There's all kinds of stuff in the door for that. So I'm gonna try it. That's a mess. That's a mess. That's a mess. Back of the seats are a mess from dirt. Ugh. But if we can get this good, then we can start ordering parts. I probably already said what we need, but I'll go after it again. Probably whole new control arm if we can find one. Steering rack, obviously tires. Fender. I'd like to get a new bumper, side skirt, and then either replace the glass or find a new hatch if we can find a used red hatch. So that's the list. It's not too bad. We started it up, it runs, no leaks. So yeah, pretty wild that got stuck in there. It lost air and sealed back up. All right, I think I'm making some progress. So door closes pretty nice. Little iffy. This doesn't quite line up, but it's pretty darn good. And so I'm looking at the window for adjustment. I didn't realize this, but this window track is adjustable. So there's plenty of room here. I adjusted this to keep the, whatever that thing is called. It's got some fuzzy on it, but this is adjustable. So if you loosen this up, put an Allen key in here and screw the stud in, it pulls this back. So I'm gonna try that here in a sec. I gotta put the door back on so we can get to that, but I'll hook that up, roll the window up, and check it out. All right, so first way did not work. By pulling this in, I'm thinking it's pulling it all in, but what it really did was pull the bottom in, which pushed the top out. So not what I wanted. So now I went the opposite way, and if you push the glass, closes nice and tight, up in here correctly. However, if you push the door, bastard. So maybe it just needs adjusted this way too. That goes in. Yeah, maybe it just needs the whole thing adjusted like that. Not sure, but it's promising. So let's see what else. While this is apart, he should replace those stock old things. All right, come on, baby. Yes. Oh yeah. So I ended up pushing this out as far as I could till I was losing threads in here. Then I adjusted this little guy here. There's a fork that comes up, and so it was down further and not allowing this part of the window to come up, and so then it would just push up this part. I haven't been able to adjust that side down anymore, but it appears to be fine. So it allows the window to come up all the way here. You can see it's putting pressure on the rubber because it's coming up all the way. And it's perfect. It's beautiful. I am happy. So then messaged our buddy Brandon, who seems to collect lots of 3000 GTs, grabs cool parts for himself and then parts them out. So He probably has what we need with control arm, fender, side skirt, maybe a hatch, and maybe a bumper. The bumper, if he has one, isn't red, but we'll see. Micah's was all just real floppy because it didn't have any of the metal bracing like it was supposed to. That's how we got it. So just kept flaking off more and more paint, and then the bumper would deform at speed and screw up his lip and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, progress. So we'll see. It'll probably be fun to align a fender on here, but you know, it's making progress as I stutter, but it should be good. Okay, Micah's first reaction. Open and close it. What? Oh, son of a biscuits! I've done this a million times. What the heck? Oh, man. See there, it's done. That is not there. Why is it doing that? I opened it and closed it a million times. All right, close it with the glass. See? Perfect. Perfect. Dang it. I was so proud of myself too. Trying this again. Hold on. Nice. Much better.
Voila.
Need a wrap over that.
Probably gonna break it again.
It's a good beat. Yes! And even smooth. It's better than the other side. Whoa, what was that?
I'm getting a phone call.
No, you're
I just saw my
staring at
phone
us.
connected.